Yo, what is up, Toxie fam? Get ready to buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the wildest week in sports entertainment. First up, the wrestling world is absolutely buzzing and frankly, fuming after the bombshell announcement that WrestleMania 43 is heading to Saudi Arabia, sparking outrage among fans who feel snubbed, especially the UK faithful who dreamed of a London spectacle. Then, we're rewinding the clock to dissect some of the most cringeworthy moments from WWE in 2003, including one particular powerhouse whose highly anticipated debut quickly turned into a major disappointment. But it's not all looking back. We've got a current star, The Rock's daughter Ava, doubling down on her controversial comments about Charlie Kirk, proving she's not afraid to speak her mind, plus a glimpse of Stephanie McMahon and Triple H enjoying a big fight night. And you won't believe who Roman Reigns was spotted hanging out with. And finally, we're taking a deep dive into a classic Monday Night Raw from 10 years ago, where Paul Heyman unleashed a verbal onslaught, Brock Lesnar demanded a rematch, and a surprising debut shook things up. Stick around for all the breakdowns, reactions, and what it all means for the future. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. It's a cold day in hell. Fans are absolutely livid as WWE officially announced that WrestleMania 43 in 2027 is set to take place in Saudi Arabia, a decision that has sent shockwaves through the fanbase. The announcement, made in Las Vegas, was met with immediate and overwhelming negativity, with many fans feeling betrayed and ignored, particularly those in the UK who have been campaigning for years to host the event in London. Even John Cena's passionate plea for a London WrestleMania at Money in the Bank last year seems to have been disregarded. Adding fuel to the fire, WWE's chief content officer, Paul Levesque's optimistic post about the partnership was flooded with critical comments, with some fans going as far as to say they miss Vince McMahon's ownership. The timing of the announcement, just after 9/11, also drew sharp criticism. Meanwhile, TKO COO Mark Shapiro hinted at rising ticket prices, drawing parallels to the UFC's strategy and sparking concerns from former WWE star Stevie Richards, who urged fans to vote with their wallets against what he perceives as corporate greed, prioritizing profit over the audience and performers. Don't go anywhere, because the wrestling world's most painful moments are about to be exposed. Next, we're diving into the 10 worst WWE moments from 2003. A genetic freak was a shambles physically. Rewind to 2003 and witness the spectacular downfall of Scotty 2 Hotty, whose highly anticipated WWE debut at Survivor Series 2002 promised a new star. After captivating the Madison Square Garden crowd, his subsequent matches against Triple H at the Royal Rumble and No Way Out were, to put it mildly, disastrous. These bouts were so underwhelming, they starkly contrasted with the brilliance of Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit for the WWE title at the Rumble, effectively exposing the weaknesses in Steiner's in-ring performance. While injuries, including drop foot, certainly played a role, and Steiner likely shouldn't have been wrestling extensive matches, the lack of chemistry with Triple H, who was also struggling with his own physical limitations, created a perfect storm of mediocrity. The moment here wasn't just the bad matches, but the collective realization that this genetic freak was physically compromised, leaving fans to wonder what could have been if he'd arrived in the WWF during the Attitude Era when he was in his prime. But the past isn't the only place for drama, as a rising star is making waves with her words. Next, we're hearing from Ava, The Rock's daughter, as she stands by her statements and we get a glimpse of wrestling royalty at a major event. Be kind now more than ever. The Rock's daughter, Ava, is standing firm on her recent comments about the late Charlie Kirk, reinforcing her message with another post stating, "And I'll stand behind this. Be kind now more than ever." This bold stance comes after initial backlash, showing Ava's commitment to her convictions. Meanwhile, in the world of wrestling power couples, Triple H shared a photo with Stephanie McMahon at a big boxing match, captured with the caption, "Showtime." Canelo Crawford at Steph McMahon at Netflix. And in a surprising crossover, Roman Reigns was spotted in Australia with the director of the iconic video game franchise, Street Fighter, sparking curiosity about potential future collaborations. These glimpses offer a peek into the personal lives and public appearances of wrestling's biggest names beyond the squared circle. Get ready to travel back in time for a Raw report that had it all. Next, we're revisiting a legendary Raw from 10 years ago, featuring Paul Heyman's fiery promo and a shocking debut. I have enough material for all 3 hours of Raw. 10 years ago, on August 24, 2015, Monday Night Raw delivered an unforgettable episode packed with drama, controversy, and a seismic debut. The show kicked off with Triple H congratulating Seth Rollins on his ascendance, even unveiling a statue in his honor. However, the real fireworks began when Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman stormed the ring, with Heyman delivering a scathing promo demanding a rematch against The Undertaker, vehemently denying Undertaker's victory and showcasing footage of Lesnar's dominance. The segment culminated in Lesnar decimating Bo Dallas, much to Heyman's delight. The night also saw the shocking return of the Dudley Boys, the continued saga of Jon Stewart's interference in John Cena's match, and a heated confrontation between Team PCB and Team Bella. The main event delivered a stunning debut as Braun Strowman emerged from NXT to decimate Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, aligning himself with the Wyatt family. Finally, in a twist that echoed history, Sting made a surprise appearance, confronting Seth Rollins and leaving the WWE Universe in awe. This episode was a masterclass in storytelling, setting the stage for future rivalries and solidifying its place as a classic Raw. That's all the explosive news for today, but we're just getting started. Stay tuned for a lightning round recap and your chance to join the Toxie family. And that's a wrap on today's whirlwind of wrestling news. We saw WrestleMania 43 heading to Saudi Arabia, sparking fan fury. We revisited some of the worst WWE moments from 2003, including Scotty 2 Hottie's disappointing run. Ava is standing her ground on her comments, and we caught a glimpse of Stephanie and Triple H enjoying some downtime. Plus, we relived a classic Raw from 10 years ago with Paul Heyman's epic promo and Braun Strowman's massive debut. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to Toxie for all your wrestling updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms. We'll see you next time.